What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. The internet is filled with every single type of person from every walk of life. It's one of those things that makes the internet so interesting and entertaining. But in this case, it actually made it downright scary. There was a Twitter user by the name of Toneman who put a hit out on Mark Kern, or better known these days as Grums on Twitter, for his role in the Stellar Blade controversy. And I wish I could say I was making this up, but no, this was a real tweet from a real person. And while it could be laughed off as a joke or, oh, he's just mad, maybe he was. But what about the people witnessing this, reading this, picking up on this, the lower IQ individuals that are just getting ideas in their head and picking up their pitchforks and torches and wondering why Mark Kern Grums is getting so much attention with this Stellar Blade controversy, and it could potentially lead into something much more nefarious. Which is why I take such an issue with this. And if it was just limited to this one tweet, I guess we could just let it slide. But no, I've seen this happen time and time and time again against Grums as he has moved forward in pursuit to end the censorship on video games, which I think is an admirable trait, an admirable path to walk. For some reason, it's got a lot of people really pissed off. Hit the subscribe, give me a like, and check out SmashJT.com for the full article breaking down this $20,000 bounty placed on Mark Kern's head if someone took him out. What are we doing? Like, what is wrong with some people? Let's start there. Now, before this guy's account got wiped from the internet, I don't know if he deleted it, self-deleted, or if Twitter removed it for what he wrote, but it's gone. But before it was gone, I looked into it. Now, this isn't very bright. Apparently, he has a second account on Twitter, which is his public-facing one. All of this is public information, and he announces that he works at this brewery and that he does all this stuff there, but yet he has another alt account where he's putting death threats out there. And it's just really strange to me that you would be so easily traceable and have the cockiness and confidence to say things like this without fearing any kind of recourse. And by no means am I telling people, hey, go after this guy or get him fired from his job, but it's just not a very good look when you say stuff like this online and then also have all your information there for everyone to track down. That's a strange thing for someone to say. Let me check out the history of their tweets, and they seem pretty nonchalant. Nothing really stood out until I scrolled down a few more and I saw gamers are out here being absolute pieces of bleep, trying to say, don't use gamer as an insult. So this guy who's calling other gamers pieces of shit is threatening to have someone killed. Can someone make sense of that for me? Because I'm at a loss. And this was in response to Stellar Blade saying that they were not going to censor the game and that it ended up getting censored. And right now there's a lot of discourse on how it got censored, who was the reason behind it getting censored. Was it Shift Up, the creators of the game? No, they came forward and said that they didn't have anything to do with that. Then was it Sony? Potentially. A lot of people are canceling their PlayStation Network subscriptions because of it. But now we've had other people start saying, what if it's the ESRB requiring this? Or what if Shift Up was doing it just to make sure it was acceptable in all regions for the game to be out there? And whatever the case may be on why it ended up getting censored isn't really the issue. The point is, it got censored after Shift Up said that they were not going to censor it. And it's an M-rated game, and people expected one thing, and then got something a little bit different than what they were expecting at the end. The alterations to Stellar Blade's content prompted Mark Kern to launch a campaign to restore the game's original version. The outfits worn by the protagonist Eve were altered, reducing their original design, and Kern highlighted these changes, saying, "This is another confirmed outfit censored in Stellar Blade. Original on left, we're working on changing it back. It's not about the inches of fabric. It's about fighting the double standard and getting Stellar Blade customers what was advertised. And the change.org petition that Grums started is at around, as of recording this, 50,000 signatures. I'm one of them. In about 3 days' time, which is pretty insane if you think about it. And every day that's gone by, it's ramped up exponentially. As the word gets out about this, more and more gamers are coming together to sign it so that the game is no longer censored and the true vision of Shift Up is seen. But following that campaign's announcement, Mark Kern has been the victim here of multiple death threats or innocent type comments that definitely allude to what they want to happen to him. And I can't help but wonder, why are people so angry at somebody who just wants a game to remove censorship? It's strange to me. It really is. When you take a step back from the entire situation, what is it that you're upset about Grums about? I've seen every excuse made on why people are upset at him, and it's funny. It always comes down to jealousy. With Grums getting attention right now, there's plenty of people saying he's using this as a vehicle to grift and grow his brand. When in reality, I look at the situation as someone who is fighting for what they feel is right. And that should be praised. That should be championed. It shouldn't be torn down just because you disagree with him for whatever reason, which I still haven't been able to figure out why there are so many people that are on Sony's side and on censorship side of a game that's rated M. And I get it. Every time I say that, there's always people that are like, well, because it was so minimal, it was so tiny, there was really not much change in the game, so it's really not that big of a deal. He shouldn't be grifting on this whole situation. He's creating a firestorm. When I'm like, or, Sony could just remove the patch and what they did because there was no reason to do that. But no, you choose to take down Grums. But Grums is taking it in stride. He has updated his Twitter profile picture to a wanted poster after that bounty threat came through, and it's tongue-in-cheek. I can appreciate that. But it doesn't lessen the threats that are made by people on Twitter. By, obviously, this guy had a name, but most of the time they're anonymous accounts that just want to scare you. And it's just so weird to me. Like, get a life, dude. People want to spend their time threatening someone else's life online, on the internet. Like, go play a game. Go outside and touch some grass. If you get that far into a situation, you've gone way too deep. But anyways, let's look at some of these other threats that were thrown Grums' way. Adrian Campos said, all I'm saying is that I've seen people get stomped out for less. And then there's one of these that I'm not even gonna read because it's just so insane. And we got this one. Holy shit, kill these incels and especially this old dog. And it goes on and on and on. This guy has faced so much backlash, so much ridicule for holding his ground. Like, honestly, that's what it comes down to. Disagree with him all you want. Say that you don't like him. Say that he's a grifter. Say all these horrible things that you want to. But don't threaten the guy's life. Like, come on, let's try to be a little bit better than that. But I can't even get through saying that without smiling, because if you spent any time on the internet, you already know that these people are always out there. And it's interesting how it only seems to work for one side of the battle. If there are death threats ever thrown towards Alyssa Mercante or anyone in the games industry, those get plastered out there for everyone to see, and they use those as the victim card for everyone to give them sympathy. And then when it happens to someone like Grums, it kind of just comes and goes and no one ever cares about it. And it's just interesting with the double standard on all of that. I guess at the end of the day, I'm just saying, be aware of it. It happens. And if you're one of these people, get help. Be better than this. I don't know what else to say to you. I'm going to leave it there. Check out smashjt.com for the full article. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, you stay smashing. Smash